All right. Shalom. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahawah,
YAHAWAH,
Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, Yahawashi, and sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let I came out there pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work that Yahawashi, Yahawashi has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you in the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halaki from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit. It's your brother from GMS Denver coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahawashi with another video. So what we're gonna go into tonight is something we was talking about before we started up, man, and that goes into the destruction of America. That's soon to happen. That's soon at hand. Matter of fact, can somebody grab reserved unto fire in First Peter? Because you had this clown that came up yesterday talking about when is it going to happen? Just being a scoffer, being a mocker. And the scriptures tell us about guys like that, man. That they're ignorant, you see, of what Yahawashi has planned for this place. Because they can't see America in it. They don't see this place being destroyed. You see? Got it?
This is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 4. To an inheritance incorruptible. Oh, Salakia. There you go. Chapter 2 Peter 3.
It says what reserved unto fire. Yep, that's it. Yep.
So like this is 2 Peter 3 and verse 7.
And I started
2 Peter.
So 2 Peter 3 and 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts.
Everybody that comes against what we bring out through the spirit of Yahawashi and scoffers. Everything that we're telling them is true. They're saying no, that's not going to happen. Or when is it going to happen? You've been saying this. You guys have been saying this for years, so forth and so on. Nothing in that Bible has come to pass, and that just shows you how ignorant they are, because everything that's written in the scriptures has been coming to pass, man. World War I, World War II. You see, those are wars written. You see, to take that was written to take place thousands of years ago, man, and it happened. You see, all the empires that were all the major empires, the Assyrian, Babylonian, the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, the Russians, the Romans, all those kingdoms were kingdoms that were prophesied to come, and it happened. You see, and the reason you people can't get it is because you don't have the Holy Spirit of Yahawashi upon you to know these mysteries, man. That's why you can't see that everything that's written in the scriptures is what's playing out right around you.
God, let me get a separate.
You are living out what the scriptures say. You see? Let the brother finish this real quick, bro. Go ahead.
And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
See that? And that's the spirit you people are walking in. That what? That none of this is gonna come to pass. They've been talking about the end of the world. They've been talking about destruction coming, so forth and so on. You see? And it's all because the Most High haven't given you that vision to see the end coming, man. He's only revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets. You got it, call y'all.
Revelation 17, verse 11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, which is America, and is of the 7, which is going into the 7 heads. Greece, Rome, France, Britain, Spain, Germania Major, Germania Minor, which America came out of those heads, and goeth into perdition. And America is the one that goes into destruction. So like what you were just getting, you know, they'd say that since the beginning of time, it just continued. Well, it's because America is the one that's going to be destroyed. You know, that's this destruction is going to be the pretty much the war that ends all wars. You know, and that's why even in with the apostles with Yahawashi, they asked him, "Are you going to give Israel unto the kingdom unto Israel?" And it wasn't for them at that time. Go ahead, brother.
Use that further, bro.
And 2 Peter 3 and 5, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High Power, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished.
Because the Most High said it was going to what? Be flooded. And they was in that same spirit back then. Or when is it going to happen? No, it ain't never rain. What are you talking about? This rain, water going to fall from the heavens. That doesn't exist. That's not real. That could never happen. They're in that same spirit now when it comes to what? The destruction of America. We're telling them that nuclear missiles are going to rain down upon this place, or that would never happen. That can never happen to America. You see? Or they're just talking. They'll never get to the point to where they will use nuclear missiles on each other. You're ignorant of what the Most High said in these scriptures, man. You see?
At the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1, it says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
And just like the flood came as a thief in the night. You see? That's how it's about to happen, man. And Yahawashi even told us that just as in the days of Noah, you people are going to be in that same spirit, man. Not seeing or understanding nothing that's going on. And bro, it's signs happening all around you. Everything the Lord said was going to be happening before he came, it's taking place. Now you got some Christians say, oh, we're in the last days. Jesus Christ said this is the beginning of sorrows, but do they really believe that? No, man. No, they don't believe it. Because they still in the spirit of what? God bless America, still. When the Most High is doing nothing but cursing this place, man. Yeah.
It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
You know why? It's because the Most High has poured His Holy Spirit upon us, and we have the vision to see. We see what's going on. We see what's playing out around us, man. We know all these skirmishes between the nations is going to lead to a bigger conflict, and that conflict is going to lead to what? To the destruction of America, as it is written. When is it going to happen? Only Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi knows, man. But we have been set up to be those watchmen to what? To watch the things that are going on in the earth and filter it through the scriptures with the proper wisdom and understanding, man. We're the only ones who can do this. So we don't worry about you clowns coming up tomorrow or when is it going to happen. You see, basically mocking and scoffing because you think that when the Most High says something, it's supposed to happen right then. Now we're coming into that time where it's going to be like that, but right now we need things to play out according to the Most High's will. There is prophecies that have to be lined up according to what the Most High said, man. You see, the Most High is not going to just jump to the end of prophecy just to prove, you know what I'm saying, to prove a point to you, man. Because that's what these unbelievers want. When we say something, they expect it to happen as soon as we say it. That's not how it works, man. The Most High has this whole thing played out, and it's gonna run its course. You see?
I was in that.
2 Peter 3 and verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant that by the word of power the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept and stored, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
See that? So just like the old world was preserved unto water, this world is being preserved by the same word unto destruction by fire, man. And your unbelief does not stop this from happening. The Most High doesn't have to, he's going to prove that his words are true in due time, man. He's not going to jump over no prophecy just to prove a point to your minuscule ass down here on this earth, man. He don't have to prove nothing to you. It's going to be proven. It's going to be proven in due time, man. You see? You got one.
Yeah. Romans 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of YAHAWAH bahasham Yahawashi without effect? YAHAWAH bahasham Yahawashi forbid. Yea, let powers be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, which is the word, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. And I just want to one more because it goes with it in the same book, Romans 9, verse 6. Not as though the word of Yahawashi had taken none effect, right? It's not that the word is without power, because it's actually fulfillment of the prophecy that these 2/3 don't believe. For they are not all Israel which are of Israel, because you got the 2/3 that are actually cleaving to the heathen.
Yep. So just because you don't believe, it doesn't stop these prophecies from happening, man. Everything is going to play out. Everything has a play out because the Most High will not be made a liar, man. If he said something, it's going to come to pass. And that includes the destruction of America, because what has to happen before the kingdom of heaven is established? America has to be destroyed. You see? You got another one?
Yeah, I got a quick check right away. This is I'm just gonna start at Matthew 16, verse 1, read down to 4. It says the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven.
That's what these people want. To believe in the Most High and to be obedient, you have to prove it to him. First of all, prove that he's real. Prove that these words are written by God in this book. Man wrote the Bible. Show me a sign then. See? They got to see something to believe in the Lord, man. Because what? They don't have faith.
Verse 2, he answered and said, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red.
So you look at the signs of the sky and determine where that weather is coming.
Verse 3, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowry. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
He gave us the signs of the times. He told us exactly what would be happening right before he returned. And we know that all these signs point to what? The destruction of America is at hand, man. By way of fight. The signs are the roadmap for prophecy, man. Uproars of the people. Oh, that's a sign of the end times. The crazy signs we're seeing in the heavens, man. The blood moons, the lunar eclipses, the solar eclipses. These are all different signs that what? The end draws nigh, man. You see? So he gave us what to look for. The degeneracy of society, man. You see? All the moral fabric of America it's just gone now, man. That's a sign of that the kingdom is at its end, man. Having women in seats of power. Yep, having men confused about being men, women confused about being women. The children are being targeted, so forth and so on. That shows you that this place doesn't have much longer left, man.
Having the heathen nations, they're not fearing Babylon like they used to.
Yep.
You know.
Verse 4, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left him and departed.
That's it. You know, and that was going to him being resurrected. That was the sign. That was Jonas represented being in the belly for that certain amount of time and being taken out. Same thing with Yahawashi. He was in the belly of the earth for a specified amount of time, and he was raised from the dead, man. That's the only sign you get. He ain't in the grave no more because what? He is risen. So let's jump into that Jeremiah 50 and we're going to start at 9.
If I can say that to you, brother, in the ancient world, you got to remember you weren't allowed to just go running around telling lies. If they caught you in a lie, you were able to be put to death. Your own brother would put you to death because you're bringing lies into the you know, which is serving a false god, pretty much. Because our God says, "Thou shalt not lie." You know, so
right,
when back then, when Yahawashi was crucified, and he sent the apostles, it was a very serious time. They would have put you to death if they found out you were lying. You know, that's why the apostles, when they were walking out and teaching, they were testifying before men that this man raised from the dead, which was enough for men to believe, because if it was a lie, they would have been put to death, which eventually was, you know, they were persecuted, but it was for the truth.
God.
Yeah, there was, you made that point, Ak. Yeah, and the Roman Empire didn't have freedom of speech like America. That the Lord Yahweh set that up for us to prophesy now what we're doing, you know. Like that they were persecuted, you know, more than we will be, but we're not in that time yet. But Rome, it was more actually dangerous, you know. It's going to get dangerous for us as well, though, you know.
I got the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country."
And that's what's talking. That's talking about what? Russia. So it's not a coincidence that you see Russia and America being talked about in the news so much, because that's gonna be the brawl for it all, man. You see, these two superpowers of the earth are going to collide. This is what Yahawashi has set up, and this is what we're moving toward. You see, you got it, bro.
"And they shall set themselves in array against her. From this she shall be taken."
Who's gonna be taken? America, man. Babylon the Great. That's it. We can end it right there. That's the end of America. She's going to be taken and destroyed and spoiled, man. That's the fate of this land. So you people are still talking about God bless America, nigga. And what reality? You know, that's your cognitive dissonance, man. You so in love with this land that you've gotten by complete genocide, rape, robbery, and murder that you can't even imagine it being punished or having to pay for the things that you've done in the past, man. This destruction is coming. Is what? Is the judgment and punishment coming upon this place for what you've done unto us, man?
Right.
You can see it all around you that this place is falling apart. You got the grid that's falling apart. You got their infrastructure that's falling apart. You got their water lines, their sewage. That's all falling apart, man. Everything, it's crumbling from the inside out.
America's cool, man. You see, you got it, bro.
Continuing on, it says, "Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain."
And those arrows are talking about what? These ICBM missiles, man. Somebody get that in 2nd Ezra chapter 16. That's the precept that goes with that real quick. That's what's about to happen. All these nations that have this thermonuclear capability, they're gonna shoot those arrows upon this land, man. Oh, that could never happen. I don't believe it. When? You gonna see? Just wait and see. The time is coming. You got it, bro.
This is our 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is.
Go to 6.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
The answer to all those questions is no. You cannot fight off a fucking lion once he's on your ass. You cannot turn back the arrow of a mighty expert man archer once it's loosed out of that bow, man. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's the same thing with these missiles. Once they push that button, it's over with. Ain't no kill switch. Ain't no turning back the hands of time. Once they launch those missiles, It's over. And it's all according to the will of Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi, man. You got it, bro.
Verse 8. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that could drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath.
You see that the same thing has been talked about all throughout these prophecies, man. Fire. Fire. All the prophets are talking about fire coming. Fire coming. Over and over and over again, because what? That's how the Most High is going to punish this place. It's going to be the greatest destruction. You thought Sodom and Gomorrah was bad, man. That shit's not going to even register on the scale after the Most High gets done with America, man. You see? The destruction that the Most High is about to send upon Babylon the Great is something that's not going to be seen, but that hasn't been seen before and won't be seen after, man. That's how bad it's going to be. You got to understand, this is a gigantic piece of land right here, man. You see? Thousands upon thousands of miles of land just engulfed in fire, man. That's, you know, America big as fuck, man. What's up? Oh, you got it.
A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
See, and the pride that you people are walking in, man, following after Esau, you don't understand who you fucking with, man. You're dealing with the almighty Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi, man, who can erase your ass with the blink of an eye in an instant, man. You see? All you people walking around with your chest out like you can, like the apostles always say, as if you can box with God, man. You see? No, you can't. And the Most High is going to show you once he sends this great calamity upon this place, man. All that pride that you walking around in right now is going to be melted away. That's why we don't let you scoffers bother us, man. All you do is give us more ammo to make more videos on your ass and to prophesy the word of Yahawashi more. You know? Because you were part of the movie as well, man. You was programmed to be a scoffer, to be destroyed, you see, in the Most High's play. You got it now.
Verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and
Tsunamis. Go ahead, bro.
And the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. It's talking about what? Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi is in control of all these nuclear missiles that are all throughout the earth, man. He's the one that's controlling these things, man, not man. And when you go to some of these documentaries, they tell you that UFOs show up to these nuclear sites, and they will start the countdown, and you have the people that's working there panicking, and right before it gets to the point of launching, the so-called UFO will turn it off, showing that Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi is in control of all that, man. So strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. You got it, bro.
His arrows that he hath, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
The arrows that he shooteth sharp. What are these arrows, man? These ICBM missiles, these intercontinental ballistic missiles. Hold up. Hypersonic intercontinental ballistic missiles, man.
Can't even see them.
Can't even, bro. They say a missile can get from Russia to what's his name? America, damn, in 15 minutes, man. You can't even get out your house in 15 minutes sometime, man. You can't even get out of traffic in 15. What the fuck you gonna run that in 15 minutes? Come on, man. You got it, bro, man.
And then going into like I had to going into their start, some of the missiles are going to be able to penetrate these mountains, man, the grounds.
Yeah, ain't the Most High. He said he gonna erase this place. You see, we're not gonna know what one state ended and another state began, man. That's what the Most High said. He's gonna stretch forth the line of confusion upon this place, because America's just gonna be a desolate wilderness, man.
Bunkers ain't gonna be able to save them elites, man. They're gonna get burnt up in there, man.
Yup.
The ones that are here.
and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Come on. Read it again.
This is the
God.
second chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. It shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
This precepts with Joel too. They're not going to miss once the Most High has these things launched, man. They're going to go exactly where he has programmed them to go. Because guess what? Each one of these missiles has a destination set to it. And guess who put it in the mind of these people to set these destinations? YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, man. And they're not going to miss the target. You see?
God.
The majority of these missiles are set to come here to the land of America, man. Why? Because that fulfills the will of the Most High of turning this place into the lake of fire. You see, complete destruction. America suffering the same fate as Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
Yeah. Hey, and plus, you know, those arrows, that shows you that those are missiles, because a regular bow and arrow can't be shot to the end of the world, you know?
Exactly. Okay.
Verse 14.
But let me bring this out really quick, this quick precept, since we're talking about this. This is 1 Peter 4:18 and 19. And it's because the brother Halakia said how you know, it only take 15 minutes for these missiles to get here. You're gonna get that text on your phone that missiles have been shot to Denver or whatever, you know, and that's, you know, that's when it's gonna get real. The righteous, though, what's it say how we're saved? 1 Peter 4:18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? And that word scarcely goes into just in the nick of the time or at the last moment. See? So it's gonna be, you know, you might have some doubt, like thinking that you're not part of the elect. All of a sudden you go up in that chariot at the last moment, you know. That's it.
That's why in 1 Corinthians it says we'll be changed in a blink of an eye.
It'll be quick.
Con,
50 on down.
grab that one, Ak.
Yeah, bro. Now that goes into a different topic, bro. So we can leave that.
Con.
It's all good. But yeah, it's gonna be that quick, bro. It'll be that quick. It's gonna be terrifying. And it tells you that in Revelation that the elect is gonna be let me grab it real quick. This is Revelation. Oh yeah, Revelation 11 and 13. And the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. That's what? The destruction of America. Because when you go into the FEMA regions, the America is divided up into 10 FEMA regions, man. Everybody talking about, oh, America ain't talking about the scripture. If you have the spiritual eye, you can see it, man. You see? You can see it. So it says what? And in the same hour there was a great earthquake. The 10th part of the city fell. The earthquake was slain of men 7,000. It's a complete number of men. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. Because what? That fire probably gonna be on our ass, man. You probably gonna be able to feel the heat. You know what I'm saying? Probably gonna be able to feel the heat. You're probably gonna be able to feel the heat right before you're taking up. And what you gonna be doing? You're gonna be crying, please, Yahawashi, Baba Kashan. Then if you're part of that number, you'll be taking up. Yo, we talking about fucking crying, man. And a lot of you dudes who claim to be Israelites, you don't understand what you're a part of, man. All this shit talking that you're doing about Yahawashi, don't you know he is our salvation, man? He's the only one that's gonna bring you up on the chair. You see? Man, y'all niggas playing with fire. Literally. Go ahead, bro.
2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
So these ICBM missiles are a plague, man. They're the final plague.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, return it not backward, even so the plagues that shall be that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again.
So once these missiles are shot, it's over. Once we get that alert, because we're getting on our phones too, we still somewhere to have our phones or whatever. Guess what we're gonna start doing? Praising Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, because those missiles represent the end of our captivity, our freedom, man. You see, from the hand of our enemies. That's what that represents. You see, we need this to happen before we can go into the kingdom of heaven, man. America has to be destroyed. Yup, we're gonna be praising the Lord.
Con.
What's his say?
The missiles just going up.
Who owed it?
I got one. Hebrews 12, verse 28. Wherefore, we receiving a kingdom which cannot be moved, let us have grace, whereby we may serve Yahweh, our power, acceptably with reverence and godly fear. For our power is a consuming fire. You know, because that's it. Yahawashi coming in the glory of his Father. And pretty much it says in 2nd Ezra 13 that pretty much when he comes into this realm at the same time those nuclear missiles are going off, his presence, he has a fire. You know, his glory is so hot that it actually will make these people melt. You know, just to seeing him, just because you got to remember these chariots, they have power within them. You know, and he has glory. He actually, remember Moses when he was up in the mountain receiving the laws for Israel. When he came down, he was glowing so much that it blinded the Israelites. The angels, they gave off light, you know. So our power is that same power that's in those nuclear missiles, you know, and that's why the hopeful elect won't be harmed, because we're with the same power. Mm-hmm. Yahawashi, Savior, you know.
God, that's why we'll be able to walk through the fire. You know, it tells you in Zechariah.
Mm-hmm.
That one you call?
No, just some other.
No.
Okay. You own it? If you own something, then do what you got, then get back in about 9 bucks.
All right. You see, I got Joel chapter 2 and verse 7. Talking about the missiles. It says, they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
So it ain't gonna be no mid-air collisions. Ain't gonna be nothing falling into the ocean. Nah. Every single one of them gonna hit land. You see? All of them are destined to hit somewhere in this land, man. And the Most High is gonna control it. You see? This is what's coming. So all you scoffers keep talking shit. You see, keep talking shit. And you're gonna get a missile to the forehead. Go ahead, bro.
It says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
That's perfect, because you got all these nations buying missile defenses. And when you go into that word sword, it tells you a missile. So it's talking about what? Once these missiles are shot off and they start to enter into the atmosphere, you're gonna have those missile defense systems going off, and they're not gonna be able to stop it, man. But the most like it's all written right there, man. You see, you just got to know how to look at it or go into it and go into the word so you get a better understanding of what you're reading. But that's talking about once then the missile defense systems are not going to stop these ICBM missiles, man. You see, these missiles are divine in nature, man. You see, you got it, bro.
All right, so Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 10, it says, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahawah.
So everything leads up to what? America being spoiled by way of this nuclear fight. And it says what? Everybody that spoils her is going to be satisfied because the world is sick of America, man. You see, everyone is sick of Babylon the Great. And they're going to rejoice once this place is destroyed. Now they're going to be weeping and mourning because they can't make their bread off this place anymore. But hey, it's going to be a sigh of relief in the earth when this place is gone, man. The fucking hammer of the earth, as the chapter goes into. See, it's about to be broken, man. You got it.
All right. There's verse 11. because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
So this is why. So the Most High, he always explains why he does everything, man. The Most High doesn't just do things for random reasons. He's letting the world know why America's going to be destroyed the way it's going to be destroyed. It's because what? They rejoice over us being oppressed and in slavery, man. They rejoice in the genocide of our people. So now, since you've done that to my people, I'm going to send fire on your ass. I'm going to destroy you. You see? They did not do it to every other nation that had us in captivity. Yes. What makes America so special? This bitch ain't special. And the Most High gonna show you that by destroying this place, the greatest destruction the world has ever seen.
Bro, that movie Loki, have you brothers seen that? It's on Disney, but it's a movie. And Loki, being Thor's brother,
Okay.
he's in that movie Loki, it shows Esau's judgment, bro, where he's put in the spirit world and he has no power, and he's being read out every word that he ever said. And he's like, this is ridiculous. You can't expect me to remember everything. And they're pumping out all his words that he said. And they're going to judge him according to every word, bro.
Hey, that goes into, what's that precept? Her sins have reached unto heaven.
Yeah. And that's what he had.
Revelation.
Back, you know?
Yup. So America has a lot to pay for, man. This is not an innocent land. And you people who dwell here are not innocent, man. The Most High does, he don't just destroys indiscriminately, man. Nobody who's ever perished being innocent, man. You see? Yeah, keep going.
All right.
Unless you had another one.
No.
All right.
I got a quick one.
What you got, bro?
I got a quick one. Just since we're going in on the missiles and the nuclear fire, just real quick, Isaiah 14:16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? Because he's going, that's how he shakes these kingdoms, is with his nuclear power, you know, the technology that was given him from YAHAWAH.
Right. That guy, that Edomite, when they dropped the atomic on Japan, those two atomic, he said, we were a destroyer of, what do you say? Destroyer of kingdoms. What was it?
Khan.
I'm dealt.
That was it, yeah.
Destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, destroyer of worlds. There you go.
He's all.
I got one.
You got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Psalms. This is 90, chapter 91. Says, which one? He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I
We
will
don't
say
have to
to
worry
the
about this
Lord,
when it comes, man, because if we continue on in this truth, we're going to be protected and covered by Yahawashi, Yahawashi.
my refuge and my fortress, my power in whom I trust, for he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a
And
shield.
his wings are what? The chariots. We're literally under the chariots at all times. You know? And at any moment, even right now, they're making moves for our sake. Matthew, what was it? 4, when Satan tempted Yahawashi, he said, jump off this roof, the angels will capture you. They won't let you die. Because he had his predestined, you know, he was going to be crucified. So we have angels that are camped around us, and if it ain't in the predestination that the Lord has set up, it ain't gonna happen.
His and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrows that fly by day.
There you go. The missiles. Go ahead, bro.
So finishing off Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 11, it says, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, your mother shall be confounded.
Which is very pretty.
She that bear you shall be ashamed.
Yep, you're gonna cut ties with America, man. You got it?
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
The hindermost of the nation is talking about this land here. This is what the sun sets, the west. This is the furthest west that you can go, America, man. It says what? It's gonna become a dry land and a what? A desert, man. By way of what? By way of thermonuclear fire. I love this chapter.
Because of the wrath of the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham Yahawashi, it shall not be inhabited.
And you can hear the Most High say the same thing through the prophet, the mouth of Jeremiah. You hear him say the same thing through the mouth of Obadiah and all the prophets, man. This is what the Most High is determined to happen to the land of America, man. Destruction. In a great fashion. You got it, bro.
This is okay, I see it. Hold on. It shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert because of the wrath of the Lord YAHAWAH. It shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
Damn. Look at this shit. Look at this destruction. The glory of kingdoms, man. The place that everybody's leaving their homelands for to come over here to live the American dream. It's being turned into, huh? Yep. That's what's about to happen, man. You got it.
Right. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow.
So all of these nations that have thermonuclear capabilities, they're gonna come up against America, man. They're gonna come up against Babylon. How do we know? Because that's what the scriptures say. All of you that bend the bow, that means all of you nations that have nuclear missiles and camp around Babylon, man. Why is it happening? Because the Most High is setting up destruction of this land. You got it?
Right. Shoot at her. Spare no arrows.
Shoot at her, spare no arrows. Everything you got. Even the goddamn prototypes. You see? Shoot everything. Spare no arrows, man. And that's what's gonna happen. And that's gonna fulfill the prophecy of what? The 200,000 missiles raining down upon this place, man. Because what's up?
That's a green light.
Yep.
That's a green light from Yahawashi unto these nations, giving them to the nations to come up against America.
And guess what? What do you think the nations are doing right now? You think these nations ain't building missiles right now? They're somewhere churning out missiles around the clock. You see, so it's more than what you see on the surface, man. Everybody's like, how can that be possible? 200 million of them? Look, man, these nations have been building missiles since they got this technology. They ain't stopped. They telling you, oh, we only got 5,000. Bullshit. What's up?
That's why America goes around doing these inspections to make sure they're not building, because they know what their end is.
Right. And in Japan, that shows that they can make that stuff quick, because when they mix that, all it is elements of the earth. They make them touch, and it has an effect. You know, because Japan, remember Japan, they had that nuclear reactor meltdown.
Gone.
You know, so they can make nuclear material quickly.
Reading the seas, you know.
All right. For she hath sinned against the Lord YAHAWAH.
So this is destruction because of what? Sins of this place, man.
Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham Yahawashi. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her.
So you've gone throughout the earth and raped, robbed, and murdered indiscriminately. And that's the same thing that's about to happen to this place, man. You see? That's that so-called karma, which is actually judgment coming upon this place, man. You see?
All right. The book of Isaiah 47:1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
And we're in the process of that happening now, man. You see? America's being cast down. And the final stage is what? There's fire coming upon this place, man.
That's not out there golden.
Yep. Through hurt. You got it.
So I'm gonna make a quick point though. You know, it says the virgin daughter of Babylon. It shows you it's not talking about, ancient Babylon, it's talking about America. Yeah, and then, you know, it's a virgin because it ain't been touched by no real warfare, man. Not on the soils of America, but America's about to get its cherry pop, man. World War III.
200 million though. Man, 200 million for the whole. Sheesh. Go ahead, bro.
That cherry, when that cherry gets caught, guess what happens? Blood comes out. What does the scripture say? There's be blood stuck to horse's bridle.
Also, I also tell you, he has a great sacrifice in the land of Idumea, man. So that's what's coming.
Right.
God.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 15. Shout against the roundabout. Select it. 16. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land.
So once these calamities start coming once these calamities start to come upon America, you're gonna see these heathen nations cleave to their light, man. All this shit about unity and everybody being one, and you guys are racist because you only care about your people. All that shit's gonna be out the window because you're gonna see everybody clicking up with their own people, man. You see?
Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away. First, the king of Assyria hath devoured him, and last, this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. Therefore, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, bahasham Yahawashi of hosts, the power of Israel. Behold, I will punish the king of Babylon, and I will and his land, as I have punished the king of Assyria.
So that represents what? Esau being punished for what he's done unto the Israelites, man. Because the king of Assyria and the king of Babylon, that represents Esau in these last days, man. You see? You got it?
And I will bring Israel again to his habitation.
But that shows you. This destruction has to take place before we were talking about this before we started.
That's right.
So the destruction has to take place before Israel can go home. You see? So this is why we're putting curses upon this place and begging the Lord to send destruction, man, because this is our ticket out of America, man. It has to be destroyed. You see? You got it?
Right. And he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead.
And we're gonna go home and we're gonna be at rest finally, man. Fulfilling that expected end that the Most High has for us, of giving us the land that he promised to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as a perpetual inheritance, man. That's what's coming. You got it?
Right. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none.
Why? Because at this point, we're going to be completely righteous. Now, that goes to what you were talking about earlier, Shabbat, tweaking of an eye, we shall be changed. But you see how everything always comes back in that full circle, man. You see? We're going to be changed and be made righteous, every single one of us, beginning with the remnant. But guess what? Anybody gonna say, oh, they used to do this, they used to sell drugs. They used to be some of the biggest homos on the planet. Yep. Because ain't that's what our people are doing now? The biggest gangbangers, the biggest drug dealers, the biggest rainbow flaggers, man. The biggest committers of iniquity are the Israelites right now. But guess what? The Most High is going to take us away from that. You see? So, yup. You see? So you're not going to be able to hold nothing that our people have done has done against us once the Lord changes. Because what? We're going to be up under that second covenant, pure and completely righteous forevermore, man. Ain't gonna be no more iniquity amongst Israel. So but for this to happen, America has to be destroyed. You see, and this is what we want. We want to be completely righteous. So we are begging the Lord to destroy this fucking place, man. A Bible ball. What you think we chanting? Bible Kishah.
Right. I got to step with what you just said.
Now you got it, bro. You got it.
Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Allah's is an expression. For that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Talking about the elect. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahawah of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Call her Yahawashi. And what has to happen? That's talking about the destruction of America. You see, when this place is destroyed, we're gonna be beating up about this place, finally free from captivity forevermore, man. We will never see another day of captivity ever in our lives, man. We will never be put in a state of oppression ever again once we're saved from this place. All of you Israelites who are out here fighting for America to continue on, you are fighting to stay in captivity, man. You're fighting to stay a slave, and you coming up against us because we're preaching and prophesying the death and destruction of this place. You fighting against us trying to get you free, trying to bring you back to Yahawashi through the Holy Spirit so he can loose you from these chains that we're in, man. So he can loose you from being up under our enemies. Come on, bro.
Hey, man, this is Esther and they're gonna be left behind.
Yep. Left in the wilderness. Once again, this time your ass gonna be cooked by fire. Got it, bro. Boy, you call you holy? The only one you call?
No.
And the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them who I reserve.
The elect, reserved through what? Yahawashi's blood, man. Reserved through the blood of the Savior, Yahawashi, our sacrifice. You see? Only the elect is gonna be reserved from this, man. You got it, bro. Woo!
Con, I got a quick precept since you guys are going into that.
You got this, bro.
Touches on the missiles, more proof how Yahweh gave these devils the technology to create the missile, and then going into that protection right after. Isaiah 54:16, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Right? So that modern day smith is that scientist that creates those missiles. And it says it's created to destroy, but the brother's going into protection. So, hey, who's going to be protected? This is dealing with the elect. Verse 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Not even these thermonuclear missiles that they're creating, you know?
Right, but I'm sorry.
Huh?
It says that they make war with his elect, and then the Lord is going to intervene, like you said. They made those nukes intentionally against his elect that are here in America. You know?
And I can stop on that. That's the point in those verses.
Hey, real quick, I want to get a definition of the word save, because that's what we're hoping to be. We're hoping to be saved, right? It says this, a Merriam-Webster dictionary, set aside, stored, or preserved for later use.
Set aside. And when you go to be set apart, that's being holy, man. To be set apart, we have been made holy through Yahweh, believing on Yahawashi, man. You see, that's the elect of Israel. Lord willing, we be of that number. We're the ones who are going to be saved from this destruction that's coming. While you scoffers and you mockers and you shit talkers are going to be down here getting beat in your head by way of thermonuclear missiles, man. What's up?
No, this is spirit that we're going into words. He went into the word save. I looked up the word in the lexicon, reserve. So it's like I was looking at the word is shara, going into to leave over, spare, to be left over, be left alive, survive.
That's what the remnant, man. You see?
And the next definition going from that survives, it says remainder, remnant, participle.
You see? Participle. See? That's the remnant. The elect is being reserved from this, man. Like the brother your call just got. He shall preserve you from the destruction that's coming. But we can only be preserved if we continue on in faith. So keep going in that, bro, so we can get through this chapter. I want to grab some words in the 21st verse, but you got it. Oh, yeah, because, oh, that's what you about to read now. Oh, yeah, you got it.
So Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 21. Go up against the land of Merathaim.
Yup, so now let's go into that word Merathaim, man. I went into it a while back. Merathaim goes into what? double rebellion. And where is that? America's double rebellion, man. Because everything the Most High said not to do, America exalts it as if that's the way you should be living, man. Pushing and promoting sin. That's all they do in this place. This is the land of double rebellion. You see? You got it.
Right. Even against it and against the inhabitants of Picard.
Now, when you go into Picard, that goes into visitation. You see? Matter of fact, let me look at that word. Let me go
That's it.
yup. What is it on the
It
side?
said on the side, right?
What it say?
Say on visitation.
Yup. You got it.
Okay. It says,
So this place is being visited. But it was something else I wanted to see from it. I know I went into it a while back. It was something with it. Yeah, you got it. All right.
waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord.
Waste and utterly destroy, man. That's what's coming. That's what is about to happen to America, man. You got it.
And do according to all that I have commanded thee.
So everything that's about to happen is all according to what the Most High has commanded. It's all according to the will of the Lord, man. Once again, the Most High has not ordained this place to be blessed. You see, this place is doomed or fated to be what? Cursed forevermore. Got it?
A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction.
That's right.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
You know why? Because it's the will of the Lord, man. The hammer of the earth going through all the earth, policing the entire world, man. Trying to make everybody walk to the beat of their wicked drums. You see, it's cut asunder or destroyed. Because what? It's the will of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Got it?
Right. I have laid a snare for thee. Thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware.
So everything the Most High has done into this place was to set it up for judgment, and they wasn't aware of it. Everything from stealing this land by way of genocide and rape, robbery, and murder, from the establishment of the land through free slave labor, to how you treated us after slavery, to what you do to us here in this modern day society, from all the wickedness that you push, all these things was the Most I had you do to set you up for destruction. Because if he wanted to, he could have had this place be a righteous land. He could have had it established the righteousness. He could have had you people following the laws, statutes, and commandments, but he had you do the complete opposite, man. For what? To destroy you.
That's why it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahawashi, man.
All right. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh.
So this destruction is coming because what? You're striven or you're fighting against the Lord, man. Just like the damn Jake that came up to the camp yesterday, trying to tell us he can do whatever he want to do. You see, because that's the doctrine of Christianity, man. Something that America upholds. That's you fighting against the Lord, man.
Do it thou wilt.
Do as thou wilt, spirit. That's you fighting against the Most High. So that's why this destruction is coming the way it's coming, man. You see? And you can find this destruction talked about all throughout the scriptures. You see? You got it?
Right. The Lord Yahweh, bahasham Yahawashi, hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Which are what? The ICBM missiles, man. The Most High had these weapons like the brother Shabbat just got. You see? The Most High put the spirit upon those nuclear scientists to make these weapons, man. For what? For his intents and purposes to destroy America. Ain't no such thing as God bless America. Ain't no such thing, man. This place will not be blessed. It has never been blessed. You see?
Abraham Esau.
Yeah, oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yup, you got it, bro.
We'll get to that. You never went to Abraham Esau.
Khan, did you say Abraham Esau?
Khan.
Khan.
With this,
He was a German. Hey, he was a German. So the Abraham Esau, he was the overseer of the German nuclear program. And that shows you that ties in with that almighty man of Timan, you know?
That's crazy. Because it's not just saying that what you just said. You got it.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. Okay. Spirit. I didn't hear him.
right? It says, for this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly.
Destroy her utterly.
Serious.
You see? But what has to happen first? The prophecies that need to take place before the destruction happens needs to happen. So when you scoffers come into the camp talking about when and why hasn't it happened yet? Because what? Prophecy has to be played out. Best believe. Destruction is coming. It has to be fulfilled. But guess what? There's other things that need to take place before it comes. The Most High just not going to jump over. Well, I know I said, oh, let me not do this because I had to prove this guy wrong. No, man. You're going to be proved wrong in due time.
The MOTB is going to happen very shortly. That's going to happen before the destruction, man.
Yep.
The RFID micro CHIP.
Yup. So everything has to play out first. And when it's all said and done, the nukes are going to come, man. And it's going to destroy this place, what? Utterly according to what? The word of YAHAWASH.
It says, let nothing of her be left.
Sheesh. That means no mountains, no roadways, none of these fucking lakes, nothing you see here. Everything you see here is going to be completely erased. All of it. The elements shall be what? Melted with fervent heat. You see?
Is slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation.
Yeah, guess what? It was already ordained to happen from the beginning. This is going to take place, man. And there's nothing that you can do to get out of it. You can sit there and apologize all you fucking want to, but at the end of the day, your fate is sealed, man. The fate of America is sealed. Destruction is coming according to the will of the Lord, man. Fire is going to rain from the heavens, man. Point blank, period. Whether you believe or not, it's going to happen. You holding, y'all?
Yeah. This is Revelation 17, verse 17. For Yahawaah had put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of YAHAWAH bahasham Yahawashi shall be fulfilled, which the Lord's putting it in their hearts to do all these things, to build those missiles, to every move they do. But let me jump to Revelation 13. It says in verse 7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Now let me jump back to Revelation 17. It says in verse 13, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, which, like you're saying, they're going to shoot those missiles onto America. These shall make war with the Lamb because he's going to come save us, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
That's right.
So it's all preordained, you know.
You got one you call?
Yeah, Isaiah 40, verse 8 says, the grass withers and the flowers fall, but the word of our power endures forever.
That's right. So everything the Most High has spoken is going to come to pass, man. Once again, my favorite scripture to quote, Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. If he said he's going to do it, if he's spoken it, he's going to bring it to pass, man. Point blank, period. You see? Yeah, one.
That was it.
You got to start wrapping it up.
Verse 28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahawaah.
And that's
of
what
power.
we tell you that now. We tell you why this is coming. That this is the vengeance from the Lord. Man, this is funny. You read it?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Read it again.
It says the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon. What? To declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahawaah of power, the vengeance of his temple.
So that's what we're telling you now, that this is the vengeance of the Lord, man. That's the prophets telling you that this is going to happen and why it's happening. You see? We're declaring this, man. And it's going to be because what? Our Father said so. Okay.
It's a lot.
Are you good?
All right. So Jeremiah 50 and verse 29.
Mhm.
Call together the archers against Babylon.
That's all the countries that have nuclear capabilities. They are archers because what? They push that button and the missiles are shot out of the silos. You see? You got it?
All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about.
All ye that bend the bow, that have nuclear missiles, camp against America round about. You got it?
Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done unto her. For she has been proud against the Lord Yahawah, against the Holy One of Israel.
That's why this destruction is coming. Now that you have displayed against the Lord, man. So he gonna show you who the ultimate power is once he. Because guess what? You people love to walk around the alley as if you got free will. The Lord gonna show you ain't got no fucking free will. Because we gonna see if you got so much free will, escape this destruction that's coming. Stop these missiles from happening. You see? Stop these people from being cooked alive by way of this thermonuclear fire since you got free will, since you manifest your own destiny. You know what I'm saying? You your own God was you stop it from happening then, since you got so much damn power, or since you think you got so much power. There's nothing that you can do to stop this, man. You see? Man, y'all don't know who you don't know who you fucking with, man.
That's why you got Elon Musk trying to leave planet Earth, bro.
We'll catch him later. That's if he survives.
Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud.
There it is. I am against the Americans. The Most High is against America, man. The Most High is not for this place. It says what? I am against thee, most proud. Which is America. Yeah.
And the Lord, he hates pride.
Yeah. America. Fuck yeah. You see? That shit y'all be chanting out there. All right, we're gonna see. The Heavenly Father is not for you, man. And you people are about to witness it live and direct in your face, man. Because this is gonna be a merciless destruction, man. Man, woman, and child is gonna get it. All right, you got it.
Right. It says, saith the Lord, power of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee.
That's right. And guess what? And only the Most High knows the time of the hour. It ain't for us to know. All we need to do is what? Make sure we got our act together and keep serving the Lord so we can escape this destruction. That's all we worried about. When it's gonna come when it comes. You see? We ain't out here trying to go ahead.
It says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
That's the destruction of America. Most I said he's gonna kindle fire in his cities, from the north to the south, from the east to the west. Fire is about to engulf this place, just as it did in Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Because it's the will of the Lord, man, and it will come to pass. So all you scoffers, you mockers, you shit talkers, you can continue to do that. But guess what? You about to suffer the same fate, you see, as those motherfuckers who perished in the flood. And you about to suffer the same fate as the unbelievers in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Horrible destruction is coming. Thus saith Yahawashi, man. So hey, we're gonna wrap it up with that. Unless you brother say anything else. Good. Good.
Yes,
What you got?
There's a 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. I'll go to 17. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of power abideth forever.
So this way that Esau set up in the earth, is about to pass away, and what's going to mark that? The destruction of America, man. You see, this is the end of Esau's age, and this is we're coming into the beginning of our righteous age forevermore, man. You see, so we need this to happen. You Akim, you Akwakim that are listening to these videos, and you believe. Don't let these times shake you or make you afraid. We need this to happen before we can go home, man. You see, we need this destruction to take place. This is a must. This is a must. So don't let it shake you. Don't let it, you know what I'm saying, be all flustered and fretting. The Lord got us, man, as it is written. So continue to send up the curses, continue to say the Lord's Prayer, and the Most High is going to make it happen, man, as He's promised, as it is written. And so with that, we're going to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, and sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful let I give out there, pushing His word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi has created us to do. And with that, we're going to shalom. Like we always say, man, abad, babal.